You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. It's Roland Martin Unfiltered. By going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com, you can make this possible. Folks, let's talk about a bill in California now signed into law banning hair discrimination. Joining us right now is the woman who pushed that bill forward, State Senator Holly Mitchell. Senator Mitchell, how you doing?
I'm great. Good to see you, Roland.
It was great to see you here in Essence. This obviously hugely important bill. I remember a few years ago I was debating somebody and they were talking about how EEOC serves no purpose, and I remember reading going on the EEOC website, and there was a black woman who applied for a job with the VA in Virginia. Impeccable credentials. Had all the right experience, degrees, and everything. Yet after her interview, she walks out of the room, and the panel and a man on the panel goes, "I just don't like her cornrows." First of all, I don't think we even cornrows, but he was talking about her hair, and she successfully sued, won $70,000 in back pay, and eventually got the job. But here was a perfect example of a black woman with all the right credentials, but some white man didn't like her hair.
Right. And that's why we carried Senate Bill 188, the Crown Act, to prevent employers and schools from continuing these policies based on our hair. We all saw the video of the young wrestler. We have heard any number of court cases, U.S. Supreme Court cases for the past 40 years. Black women going back to the 80s in the banking industry and the airline industry who were trying to go to work and wear their hair braided, and wearing their hair in its natural state in what we're calling protected hairstyles, braids, twists, and locks, are violating these supposed professional workplace standards. And we said enough is enough, and so we introduced the Crown Act.
So how does this work? And so obviously you have this law now. So let's say somebody believes that they did not get a job because of their hair. So what happens?
So basically we've added natural hair and protected hairstyles, again, locks, twists, and braids, to the list of attributes or race-based traits or traits that are under the protected class under Department of Fair Employment and Housing and Education Code. So protected characteristics like gender, race, religion, sexual orientation, all those things. You can't fire me because I'm black or a woman or I'm over 40. And so we've added the trait, the race-based trait of hair texture and protected hairstyles to that category of protected characteristics.
This obviously has met with a lot of praise from a number of people. Are you hoping other states will follow your lead?
That's absolutely the goal. We were thrilled to be able to work collaboratively with the Crown Coalition, Dove, and other national organizations, Urban League, other national organizations from across the country. California was first. I'm proud of that. But we're going to have to approach this on a state-by-state basis until federal legislation is introduced and passes. And so I know that there are a couple of other states, New York and New Jersey, who have bills in the hopper, if you will. But I was thrilled when our Governor, Gavin Newsom, signed it into law on July 3rd. All
right, then, Senator Holly Mitchell, congratulations. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Great to be with you.
All right, Kelly, this is something that is really important because we know people who actually have been discriminated against because of their hair.
I've been discriminated against because of my hair. So when I heard about this bill that passed, I was elated because my hair has absolutely nothing to do with my intelligence. It has nothing to do with my work ethic, has nothing to do with the potential of great performance that I will contribute to my place of employment. My hair never did anything for me except make me look cute. And it has nothing to do with anything outside of aesthetic. I've had to deal with this pretty much my entire life. And even some mentors of mine, people who had my best interests at heart, who were discriminated against because of their hair. Tried to give me pointers on how to do my hair, this, that, and the third, to basically dissuade people from, just talking about my hair and not about what I'm bringing to the table. But like I said before, my hair didn't get me any of my degrees. I went to law school with this hair. I went to college with this hair. I'm at work now with this hair. And it has nothing to do with anything. And the fact that we have to go through this, it's the fact that we have to put this into law. It just shows just how inherently racist this country is, and how bigoted this country is towards black women in general. But I am grateful for the protection.
Kelly, it's not just black women. Jason, I'll tell you, Steve Perry and I talked about this here. Steve Perry has really shiny, wavy hair. And we were at CNN. There were a couple of people at CNN who literally came to him to ask him to change his hair because it was too shiny and wavy. And he was like, hell no.
Yeah, I've never heard, maybe I'll spend too much time in the African-American community, but I've never heard your hair can be too shiny and wavy. Those are usually pluses in my community. But, the fact that, and even actually, I was going to mention, I believe it was Hampton University, that even some black institutions have discriminated against other black people for the way they wear their hair. We have to stop this. And, it is a white privilege to be able to go to work and to always know that your hair, the way it grows naturally, is always acceptable. It's always acceptable for work. But for black people, it takes all this prep. Sometimes they ask you to chemically alter yourself. So think about that. The way that you are naturally is not suitable or acceptable or professional. And I think that is, if there's a statement about white supremacy, then that's one of them. That is one of the major ones.
Malik?
Yeah, I think it was a good decision, for California, and I think it works. Any other state that wants to follow that. Jason kind of stole my point that said, to spread this out, that this isn't just something that white people do. This is something that, unfortunately, is something that a lot of people face even in the black community, and not just particularly at Hampton universities. We have these people who are hiring managers. We also sit at these tables where we make decisions based on how people look. I've had conversations with people, extending it beyond hair, where the name, and of course there's probably no such thing as name discrimination, but that's why we're in an era now.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Well,
yes, it is. That was a study done. That was a study done a few years ago in Boston. What they did was they took the exact same resume, applied a white-sounding name, a black-sounding name, and the white-sounding name got a 50% more callback for jobs and apartments than the black-sounding name.
Yeah, well, see, and there you go then. So it's really not that surprising to me that this type of thing still goes on today. I think that's part of the reason when I'm having conversations with people, some of my friends who have kids, they name their kids very vanilla sounding names. They're not authentically anything, so I think this is, it's an unfortunate thing, but this is something that we definitely have to deal with. And, my name is Malik Abdul. So I get it all the time. Airports,
What's your name?
Malik Abdul.
Malik?
Malik.
It ain't Malik?
Malik, yes, M-E-L. It's like Mel. Malik.
Malik.
People say ma, they say ma, so hey, I just roll with it.
Malik.
Malik, yes.
That's it. Malik?
Malik, yes.
Oh, I'm going to talk about you more now. All right, then.
All right, folks, back to our Roadmark Unfiltered video in just one moment.
MarijuanaStock.org is another great investment opportunity if you were lucky enough to invest in their last crowdfunding campaign. You, of course, now know that those folks are invested in a publicly traded company. They raised a ton of money in a few months investing in legal marijuana farms. Now, of course, they have a new investment opportunity, which is as good or if not even better. I'm talking about industrial hemp CBD. For those who don't know, the hemp plant is the cousin to marijuana with a much higher concentration of CBD, which means hemp CBD gives you all the medical benefits of marijuana without getting you high. Now, until recently, hemp farming was practically illegal in the U.S. and heavily regulated by the DEA.
However, the 2018 Farm Bill changed all of that, making it legal to grow hemp CBD in the U.S. and creating one of the largest commodities worldwide. They need land to grow all the plants, which makes for an incredible investment opportunity. And that's where our good friends at 420 Real Estate come in. Their business model is real simple. They buy land that supports hemp CBD grow operations and lease it to high-paying tenants. That's right, they are hemp CBD landlords. And you can get in on the action. You can invest in the crowdfunding campaign for as little as $200 up to $10,000. Like I said, you may not want to miss out this opportunity. Go to marijuanastock.org. That's marijuanastock.org to get the game and to do it now. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.